Now, of course, working with a text editor and compiling everything and running everything in a terminal, that gets a bit tedious. Most of the time, we'll be using a IDE, an integrated development environment. So I'm going to be using IntelliJ, but there's others out there like Eclipse and NetBeans, and I'll have separate videos up on each of those. But to create a new project on IntelliJ, we're going to go ahead and now project, that can be a collection of all sorts of different files. So you don't have to make a new project for each assignment. This can be a bunch of different files together, right? So don't go over organize everything. But a project essentially is a nice workspace for you to use. So here I'll create a project. This says what SDK I want to use, in other words, what version of Java. I'm going to say Java 10 because that's the one there. Not going to bother using a template, although we certainly could. We could certainly see how that worked out. Why not? We'll select the template over here, right? And we give it a name. And we'll create it, and it's given us a project view over here, right? And this is main.java, right? And it gave us a automatically completed file. I'll go ahead and remove it and show you guys how to make a file from scratch though in an IDE, right? So let's go ahead and delete, right? And what we need to do is that so if we want to create a new file in our project, we make a new file. Now every IDE organizes it slightly different, but all IDEs, they expect the source code to be in a folder called SRC unless you specify otherwise, right? And this is how it organizes it. So we're just going to find all the files put all the files in SRC. So we are going to create a class and we'll call it hello, just like we did before, right? And it automatically fills out public class hello, right? Okay, and then we can go ahead and type public static void. That's actually a lot. So a lot of it's actually a lot to type. A lot of well, there's shortcuts. You just see what I did there? I typed that and then I hit tab, and that basically automatically expanded that for me. Pretty cool. All right, so moving on. So same with printing out a line, system.println. We can just write sout, hit tab in IntelliJ, and boom. And so there's our hello world in IntelliJ again. Now, notice that everything is kind of indented and there's this kind of hints going on for that indentation. This is just, now the indentation, that doesn't really matter in Java to the compiler. It doesn't care if it's all on one line or if it's like this or anything else, right? It doesn't care how messy it is, but I care. And all your coworkers will care, and everybody will judge you if you're wrong. So, but more to the point, organized code is pretty good. There's different types of styles for indentation and braces. Like one style says do it like this, another style says put your curly braces like this. It doesn't matter so long as you're consistent and things are properly indented. And if everything gets unindented and you kind of get lost, right, you can always use your IDE to get you out of a bind. Right, let's go ahead and see. Refactor, let's see, folding, code, reformat code. There's always an option in an IDE that will automatically re-indent the stuff for you. So now how do you run this code? Well, depending on your IDE, there's different options, but for me, I can just hit an arrow here and hit run hello.main, right, which will populate the options over here. Or if I can hit Control Shift F10, and let's see, it will build it, and it'll run the file. Or is it, what is it? Is it Control Shift F? No, it's just Shift F10. Shift F10 will run it, it'll automatically compile it, and actually, it'll pretty much automatically compile it whenever I just stop typing. Another nice feature of IDEs is that when you make a mistake, like this, it will highlight it for it and give you a hint. Oh, look at that. It's not compiling because we expected a semicolon to be there. So that semicolon is how we know a line ends in Java, right? So you need a so it acts like a period in an English sentence, right? So you need your semicolons to end a line in Java.